useRef and plain JavaScript and TypeScript. Let's quickly import it. A ref is simply a hook which enables us to use variables that persist in a functional component in multiple renders. So it doesn't trigger a render like useState does, but it can persist some value you want to store. The most common use case of this is to get reference of DOM elements. Let me show you how it's done. So I initialize a variable called input and call the useRef function. Input would simply be an object which has a property called current. The current will store whatever value you want to store. The useRef takes one argument, that is the initial state of that variable. I'm just going to set to null. Now to get the access to this DOM element, I'm going to pass a prop called ref and pass input as the prop. Now I'm going to define an onClick event handler calling a function onClick. And let's define the function. And now I can get access to the DOM element. For example, I can do input.current.value. Now if we check our console, we get the console log. Now let's try to do this in TypeScript. I have an exact same TypeScript project set up here. Now let's import useRef. And let's make input variable. And now I'm going to set null as the initial value. Now the difference in TypeScript is that we have to pass generic on what type of reference we are going to store in this ref. Like what are we going to store? Are we going to store a string? Are we going to store a number? Or if we are going to store a HTML DOM element. So the way to do that is using angle brackets, and we can say HTML input element. You can put any element here. You have audio element, image element, any button element, any type of element can be set here. So now TypeScript knows that this ref is specifically for input element, as it shows here. I can pass this to the input like that. I'll write a onClick event handler, and I'm going to call a function called onClick. Let's define the function. And now I'm going to console log the value inside the ref. Now if I try to access the value, as you can see, TypeScript is giving me an error because current is initially, the current property of the input ref is initially set to null. So we may not have a value property attached to it. So we have to first check if current is set. Input.current. And then if it is set, then I can console log input.current.value. Now as you can see, it gives me autocomplete on value all the properties that an input element has, because I've told TypeScript that this reference is specifically for an HTML input element. As you can see, now if I type something here and I run my console log, as you can see, it is getting logged properly. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more such content, comment down below what you want to see me make next, and I have a React Redux TypeScript tutorial series, test 3 videos. If you want to check it out, I'll link it in the I button and the description below. Thanks for watching.